Hey everyone, welcome. We are going to dive into Intermedia today, and one of the very first things we need to talk about is how to get there. So I'm going to open up a new tab, and Intermedia is like our mail provider. It's who we pay for Microsoft Exchange email accounts. So to get there, I type in exchange.intermedia.net, and then it takes me to this login screen here. Now, as an admin or as an AC, you might automatically default to this admin tab here. But for an agent or anyone that uses Intermedia for mail, they would click for the For Users tab here and then make sure webmail is selected and then log into their mailbox this way. These other options, this would be for password changing or getting additional settings for configuring your email on multiple devices. But for admins, we're going to go back here and it's going to log in. I already got my passwords there and I hit login. And since we're logged in and that was so easy, might as well give you a little tour of Intermedia. You see a lot of options here, and a lot of this stuff is redundant. A lot of this stuff gets you to the same place. I like training from this top bar here because there's a lot you can do just in this top bar. For example, this search is very powerful. If you need to look someone up, you could just start typing. Will it show me? Yeah, so it shows me as well as some of my testing distribution lists that I have inside here. These icons mean different things too, and I think we'll go over that in maybe a little more advanced class. But I could click in this and go into my email account and change my forwarding. I could change my password. I could do all that just by searching and clicking onto that user. The blue icon means it's a user. This is a contact is what orange means. If you hover over it, you can see what it means, and that might just be all the training you need. Just hover over it and it'll show you. But anyway, so what I spend most of my time doing in Intermedia, and what we will all spend our time doing, is probably creating accounts. And so if I click on this user tab here, and when I say accounts, I mean users. And when I say users, I mean an actual mailbox. And so there is differences here between mailboxes and perhaps a user that forwards only. A user that forwards only does not have a mailbox, and they cannot send from a Drysdale email address because they're just routing all their mail to their preferred system like Gmail. So a user or a mailbox does actually cost us per mailbox. So always just be cautious of what, when you're creating some, that you are for sure that this person does want to be able to send from their Drysdale account. I know it's a weird question to ask too, and it's usually for someone who just is very aggressive about not wanting anything to do with our email platform. Those are usually people that are forward only. But we're going to make a new account here, so I'm going to click on Create User, and it takes a second. So you have some options here, all these different checkboxes, oh my gosh, but all you need to do is click Exchange. And when you click Exchange, that's when our domain shows up here. We're going to put in a name. I'm going to put in Joey Cupcakes. And then if I click out or tab into the next box here, it automatically pushes that into there. Now our naming convention, the standard for names is first dot last. And if you're wondering, having capitalized letters in here does not matter. Next, you're going to give them a password, and it needs to be pretty strict. You got a lot of 8 characters, uppercase, lowercase, include a number, a special character like an exclamation mark or a $sign. And you can't use a name. I couldn't use Joey or Cupcakes in my password. I could go Joe Cupcakes if I wanted to. Now, I'm just going to give it whatever password. You won't be able to know what it is, but I'm going to do JOE123. Let's see, that's 6, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then an exclamation mark. It says it's weak, but it checks out. I did a capital J, OE1, 2, 3, 4, and an exclamation mark. And that's the password, I think. We'll know if I did it wrong. You also want to add them to an organizational unit. This is for how we manage our users. So if you're an Alameda agent, you would only be able to manage your Alameda users. It's kind of where we're moving to as far as how the system right now, it's kind of open. But that's coming soon, and it's just a great habit to do this. Make sure you add it to the right office. And then send passwords to, I believe you will have this defaulted to support if you want. That would send it to the help desk. Doesn't really help you though. You might just want to send it to yourself so that you have the password in your hand and you could print it or just give it to the new hire. And then you hit create. And this, depending on the time of day, sometimes this takes a minute, sometimes it's real quick. It was kind of quick just now. So as you see right here, it's going to cost $5. They're prorating it for $1.13. And every account costs $5 a month. It's pretty straightforward there. So that is because we're using Exchange, and there's all sorts of benefits for Exchange. We can do POP only. If you know what that is, we can talk about that, but don't worry about it. So I'm going to hit confirm here. And this training cost $1.13 because I'm going to delete it as soon as I'm done here. But once this is made, I'm not done. I need to add Joey Cupcakes to my Office distribution list. And so I'm going to do that also. I have another video for that though, so we'll just go ahead and switch to that, and then we'll have another video for forwarding only users also. So that's all I have. This will finish up in a moment. I'm not going to make you wait. Thank you for your time. Oh, it's done. Okay, thank you. Bye.